From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years. Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years. Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years. Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Good afternoon, volleyball fans. This is our quick set brought to you by Kick and powered by Smart. My name is Fiona Bacani, your courtside reporter for this Friday triple header. And talaga namang we'd like to officially welcome you back to the 2025 Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup. Ngayon naman, we are still live here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum at kung gaano kalamig dito sa venue ngayon, ganoon naman kainit ang mga laban na nagaganap dito. And earlier today, we did see the UP Fighting Maroons defeat the Letran Lady Knights in 3 straight sets led by Yesha Nocera. And just a few moments ago, we also saw the San Sebastian Lady Stags defeat the Ateneo Blue Eagles in a 5-set thriller. And in just a few moments, we'll be seeing the NU Lady Bulldogs going up against the Lyceum Lady Pirates. Now, this officially marks the last day of round 1, and round 2 will continue this weekend. So don't forget to stay tuned for our games happening. For tomorrow, we have CSB versus SBU at 2 p.m., Adamson versus NU at 4 p.m., and UST versus FEU at 6 p.m. Also here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Now on Sunday, matches will continue here at Rizal. First game is UP versus NU. Second game is Ateneo versus Adamson at 2 p.m. And of course, to end our Sunday triple header, we have CSB going up against UST at 4 p.m. Now, as hungry as all these squads are, you don't have to be as you cheer for your team while enjoying your Shakey's favorites with the Super League meal deal, now available in 3 types: SSL 1099, SSL Classic, and SSL Gold. And it gets even better. Classic and Gold bundles now come with a Shakey Super Card for even more perks and discounts. Whether you're courtside or couch side, enjoy the action with the Super League meal deal. And for those of you who aren't here at the venue today, you can also catch the 2025 Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup matches live on Puso Pilipinas at pusop.com on Facebook and YouTube. And you can also catch the games on the Shakey Super League Facebook page as well as on the Smart Sports Facebook page. And you can also catch TV broadcasts of the matches on Solar Sports on DDT Channel 21, Cable Link Channel 58, and Sky Cable Channel 70. Now for our upcoming last match of round one, we're about to see if the LPU Lady Pirates will end their season on a very high note or if NU will continue a sweep of Pool A. We're about to find out in just a few moments. Once again, this has been your quick set brought to you by Kick and powered by Smart. Don't forget to keep it locked only here at the 2025 Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup.
Ready for another exciting matchup here at the Rizal Memorial as the defending champions, the NU Lady Bulldogs, led by Celine Marsh, take on Faith de Guzman and the rest of the LPU Lady Pirates. NU looking to stay dominant while LPU aims to ride the momentum from the recent win. Good afternoon once again, everyone. Kayla Reyes still here alongside Jelena Losenio and Fiona Bacani as our courtside reporter. Jelena, NU, a powerhouse in the UAAP and the defending champions here at the Shakey Super League. Meanwhile, LPU is coming from a good win versus EAC.
Well, definitely. The battle here today is that NU is already affirmed to the norm of dominance, while on the other hand, Lyceum has been norm for heart and hustle.
Definitely. I'm sure we are still in for a great treat today as we end our first round. Let's take a look at our updated group standings.
With Pool A having NU on top with 2 wins and SBU with 2 wins as well. Pool B, FEU with 2 wins and Adamson with 2 wins. And Pool C, UP with 3 wins and UST with 2 wins and 1 loss. While on Pool D, we have CSB with 3 wins and Ateneo with 1 win and 1 loss.
Well, specifically for Pool A, NU at the top there with no loss yet and at 6 points, followed by San Beda University with 2 wins and 1 loss. Let's now talk about the Lady Bulldogs' last game performance. That was yesterday versus San Beda University. They won in 3 straight sets, 25-14, 25-15, and 25-14.
Well, for the NU Lady Bulldogs, dominance has become their standard. They're a well-oiled machine built on system, balance, and chemistry. From blocking to floor defense, everything runs with precision. NU's biggest strength is depth. No single player has to do it all because every rotation could contribute.
Well, leading the charge here for the National University Lady Bulldogs is none other than Alexa Mata, who has continued to be a force at the net for the Lady Bulldogs.
Standing at 6'1", Alexa Mata has quietly become one of NU's most reliable players this preseason. She's just not a middle blocker, she is a momentum shifter.
She was able to score 9 points, 5 of those coming from attacks, 1 block, and 3 aces. Now moving over to their opponents, also coming from a win. That's LPU defeating EAC in 5 thrilling sets, 23-25, 25-19, 18-25, 25-1, and 15-5.
Well, Lyceum is their biggest weapon is their heart and hustle, and this team may not always have the height advantage, but they make up for it with the effort and energy.
I'll now turn you over to our game announcer for the callouts.
2025 Preseason Unity Cup. It's match number 23 between the National University Lady Bulldogs versus the Lyceum of the Philippines University Pirates. Let us now meet the starters for both teams. First, for the National University Lady Bulldogs. Let's start with our outside hitter and her team captain at number 6, Vanshalin Sug. Opposite hitter, number 8, Pat Salazar. Millbogger, number 10, Alexa Mata. Setter, number 13, Camila Lamina. Millbogger, number 17, Jam Jamaaya. Outside hitter, number 19, Celine Marsh. Starting libero at number 5, Shai Arjo. Head coach of the Lady Bulldogs, Regine Diego. Calling on the starters of the Lyceum of the Philippines University Pirates. Let's start with our outside hitter, number 4, Faith de Guzman. Opposite hitter, number 6, Jaja Tulang. Setter and her team captain at number 11, Kat Galedo. Billbugger number 14, Angge Cruz. Outside hitter number 15, Jonah Dolorito. Millbugger number 17, Agi Alberto. Starting libero at number 1, Ina Banyares. Head coach of the Pirates, Cromwell Garcia. It's the Lady Bulldogs versus
Our starters for NU, we have Lamina, Maaya, Mata, Alinsug, Marsh, Salazar, and Hardio as the starting libero. For LPU, we have Galedo, Alberto, Cruz, Dolorito, De Guzman, Tulang, and Banyares as their first libero. The NU Lady Bulldogs takes on the Lady Pirates here for our last match of today's triple header Friday. Still here at the Rizal Memorial. Kayla Reyes, Fiona Bacani, and Janina Lucenio taking you through this match. Set 1 now underway. This set is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. Alinsug, good defense as we open this set. Attack not over.
Dolorito sends it to the tape of the net, while LPU here wants to start this set, or this game rather, with a strong lineup. And of course, NU with their usual starting 6.
Lamina with the serve. Back set to Salazar. Dolorito struggling with her attacks. Actually, Janina last game versus EAC, also of off game for Dolorito.
Yes, but she contributed on the last parts of the game with a couple of points. But it was actually Pascual that we're not seeing right now, who did a lot of points.
She was our player of the game in that match versus EAC. Alinsug. De Guzman was there. Dolorito finds that spot down the line.
Good target by Dolorito in the middle of Salazar and Mata. As you can see here in the replay, there was a gap in between of the blockers of NU.
Jonah Dolorito, one of the veterans and seniors already for LPU, as Mata drills one down.
Good set by Lamina on that transition. As we were talking about the NU Lady Bulldogs and the LPU Lady Pirates, it's the dominance being their standard as a Lady Bulldog when they are a well-oiled machine that's built on system, balance, and chemistry. These girls have known each other for such a very long time na kahit isang kindat lang, alam na nila kung ano yung next na gagawin. While on the other side of the court, LPU their biggest weapon naman is their heart and hustle, as we witnessed in their last game with EAC, wherein it was a 5-setter, but definitely they poured out a lot of effort and the commitment to win that game.
Alberto with a serve over receive. Jaja Tulang scores. Sorry, that was a block point by NU.
Good block by Celine Marsh, manning the veteran Jaja Tulang. And of course, aside from Pascual, it was Jaja Tulang who was doing the points for LPU during the last game, as well as De Guzman.
Alexa Mata on deck to serve for player of the game. Last match for NU. De Guzman denied at the net.
Solid blocking by Salazar and Maaya. Perfect timing.
This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
One of the challenges that LPU will face today is getting through that solid block of NU, given that their players are fairly tall, and as well as, you know, the system and good timing and blocking.
No one there on the follow-up for that second touch from LPU.
3-point and good target by Alexa Mata.
Good serve. Back-to-back aces for Alexa Mata.
Good target by Alexa. And this is one of the errors that some of the other players have been committing. Once you've already had that target and you feel comfortable with it, stay with it.
So, NU's players.
We have here on our screens Bahamonde, Panique, Cerneche, and of course, our previous MVP in the Shakey's Girls Volleyball League, Sam Cantada.
Violation called there.
And of course, we've seen also in our screens, newly committed Bulldog from Bacolod Taitung High School and Powerhouse MVP from Bacolod City, Rose Almendrelejo.
Great addition to a powerhouse that is NU. And Shama Aya continues to stay dominant in the middle as we reach our first technical timeout. Score is 8-3 in favor of NU.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier!
You're still watching the 2025 Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup. As the NU Lady Bulldogs face NCAA teams in this tournament, Coach Regine Diego sees more than just competition. She sees opportunity. She told me that it's exciting to see different systems, styles, and fresh talent outside the familiar UAAP landscape. For Coach Reg, these games are especially meaningful for her young developmental team. As they're still in the rebuilding process, every game is a challenge, sabi niya, but also a chance to grow. Now the experience helps build confidence, especially among their second stringers, and allows the team to slowly but surely find its rhythm. Beyond the court, it's also about connection, getting to know others in what she calls a small but very, very special volleyball community. It's a journey, sabi nga niya, and we want to make the most out of every step. Back to you, Kayla and Jelena.
Even if NU may be a rebuilding team, they certainly do not play like Angelina.
Yeah. And of course, with the veterans out of the picture such as Micaela Belen, Erin Pangilinan, Sheena Turing, and Eliza Solomon, they left a lot of legacy and lessons for the girls to carry out even to the younger generations to come.
So far, NU looking good, but back-to-back points here for Angge Cruz in the middle.
And this would be the challenge for NU here since LPU is very relentless and very aggressive.
That play was brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart. Our way, our rules. Download the app now. Lamina set up to Maaya, and Cham Cham delivers.
Good quick hit by Cham Maaya. You can see here from the replay at zero tempo, right in the middle, and the blockers weren't just there to secure a block for LPU.
Great setup as well from Lamina. Best setter of the last conference of the UAAP. Meanwhile, Jonah Dolorito with a response.
Good down the line attack point for Jonah Dolorito, targeting that area at the back of Patrice Salazar.
Lamina to Alinsug. Powerful hit, great defense by Tulang. Ball is up by Marsh. Free ball for LPU. Running attack, Alberto. Lamina, back row attack to Marsh. Dolorito. Cardio was there. Alinsug gets a check.
Captain to settle the point once and for all with a powerful check ball hit there off the hands of Cruz, or Alberto rather. But a very consistent transition for LPU with good defense.
Four-point lead for NU. Dolorito sends that one over. Alinsug. No touch. That one sails out.
Outside hit for Alinsug. I think there was a bit of a miscalculation on her part.
And a service ace coming from the Lady Pirates.
Good target by Galedo, targeting Celine Marsh with a faulty reception.
Galedo, the playmaker for the Lady Pirates. Better reception from Marsh. What an angle coming from Alinsug.
Good angle by Alinsug, and you could really see the confidence after that hit. She was sure enough that that ball was inside.
Really finding and targeting those empty zones of the court. Showing such high volleyball IQ. Galedo goes to Dolorito. Alinsug again. And Vange Alinsug, just too much to handle for LPU.
Good effort there coming from Dolorito.
This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
You could really see that the contact of Alinsug is high up in the air. That goes beyond the blockers.
Tulang. Marsh from the back. And point goes to NU. I believe Alberto thought That was not over,
Yeah.
but there was no whistle
Could
by our
see-
referees.
You could see that it actually bounced off the hands of Alberto before being recovered by Lamina.
Galedo to Dolorito from the opposite. Alinsug, low set. There was a check.
Check ball on the hands of Jaja Tulang. Smart playing here by Alinsug. Seeing that Alberto is a tall blocker.
Seven-point lead for the Lady Bulldogs. Galedo chooses Tulang. Miscontact and an attack error.
Jaja Tulang with a loose hit on that ball.
That brings us to our second technical timeout. 16-8 is our score.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Back from the second technical timeout. Score is 16-8 in favor of the NU Lady Bulldogs. They are clearly playing a more dominant game so far here in the first set versus the LPU Lady Pirates. Attack from the middle by Alberto. Salazar capitalizes on that one.
Fast conversion from Lamina to Salazar. Taking no second thoughts on that set right there. It was Hardio rather who set that break ball.
So far, everyone contributing on the side of NU. You have Alinsug in the front, Salazar as well on the opposite side. Hardio doing a great job in terms of reception and defense. But a block point from that Alberto and Tulang tandem.
Good block by Alberto and Tulang. All throughout the tournament, these two players have been doing a better job in creating that chemistry in terms of blocking between them.
Serve too long for Jonah Dolorito.
Dolorito with a costly service error.
Vanj Alinsug on deck to serve. Right on the line.
Good target by Vangeline Sug. It was left unmanned by the Lady Pirates.
This serve of the game is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's.
Execution natin ang nakakapulo tayo ng pasa. Kailangan natin maka-atake. Natindihan, tandaan natin anong bablakin natin. Saan ba tayo bablak? Nakukuha. Doon muna tayo sa sistema. Go, 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 go.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Coach is looking for a much more polished execution for the Lady Pirates here. Kasi may laban naman sila, Kayla. We've seen a lot of digs coming from their end. And even yung mga mabibigat na bola ni Salazar and ni Alinsug na kukuha nila.
Tulang will attack. And she gets a check.
Finally responds. Good response to Coach's timeout with that check ball on the hands of Marsh.
Much needed also on the side of LPU as Mylas comes in for Alberto to serve.
a chance actually here for LPU since the reception would be either Hardio or Marsh.
Almost an ace there. Faulty reception from Hardio. De Guzman. No touch. Attack goes out.
De Guzman was under the ball and was off timing on that hit.
Again, Alexa Mata now in the back row. Siya Maaya up front. Lamina to Maaya. LPU with a chase. But Maaya with another point in the middle.
Aggressive conversion by Maaya. And good target. Seeing that scramble on the side of LPU.
That forces the hands of Coach Crom. Let's listen in.
Second ball, pwede natin sa break ko na maayos. Hey, yung break mo lang, tatakin natin. Timing! Wala pa eh. Nakuha. Tsagain muna. Okay, pasahan muna na maayos. Kailangan mo. Makakuha tayo na maayos para sa makatake. Makadepensa tayo. Yung block natin, yung block.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Well, if you're against a strong and offensive team, you really need to have that stable defense, Kayla. And as much as possible, also have that good reception coming from the first ball so that you could have a good playmaking.
And NU, so far, great playmaking coming from Lamina. But what a response coming from Dolorito at the back row.
Good target by Dolorito, seeing that Patrice Salazar wasn't really there to man that area, or Vanch Alonso was going to be late with that reception.
And I think NU was not prepared for that ball.
Yeah.
Knowing it was coming from an out-of-system play. But what an adjustment coming from Dolorito. Gwyneth Taghoy on deck to serve, checking in the ball game. Lamina. Salazar gives up a free ball. De Guzman. Good coverage from Maaya. Marsh. De Guzman will try again. Alinsug was there. Marsh, tough angle.
Good pocket by Marsh coming from a seamlessly perfect dig by Alinsug and good setup by Lamina. And I think one of the reasons as well that NU has a smooth transition is that they really have that stable defense. And of course, Lamina's effort in terms of chasing after the ball.
Although a service error coming from NU, but they have a comfortable lead here in the first set.
But if I were NU, I wouldn't be too relaxed since we know LPU has a tendency to chase after the score and even turn the set around.
Faith De Guzman on deck to serve for the Lady Pirates. Tight pass there. De Guzman will attack from the back. And she punches that one through.
Powerful attack by De Guzman to be contained by Lamina and Maaya. There was a miscommunication in the recovery of that ball between the two blockers.
Serve goes out for De Guzman.
Error by LPU. Costly error here now because it will send NU to 23. Also, we have a former Lady Bullpup as well on the side of LPU inside the court now with Sara Lumbang.
Attack from the opposite. Good dig by Hardio, and Maaya again delivers from the middle.
Maaya capitalizing the block that was far from the net on the side of LPU and powering through it.
That puts NU at set point. (24-13) is the official score. Cruz. Maaya again, good save by De Guzman. Dolorito adjusts. Lamina to Maaya. Attack from the opposite. Good save. Free ball here for LPU. And what a block to end this set. Lamina and Maaya teaming up. No coverage on the side of LPU. This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
Good manning on the block by Lamina there. Even if her hands weren't too high, but it did the job well enough to put it at the end of the side of the court of LPU, ending the set with 25-13.
With each new decade, a fun new side. Still serving smiles on every plate. 50 great years, let's celebrate. Shakey's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shakey's got it going on. We still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's creamy spinach pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Cheer for your team while enjoying your Shakey's favorites with the Super League meal deal, now available in 3 types: SL 1099, SSL Classic, and SSL Gold. Whether you're craving pizza, chicken, mojos, or pasta, there's a bundle for every appetite. You also get to support your favorite team because for every order, 50 pesos goes to your chosen SSL participating school. Whether you're courtside or couchside, enjoy the action with the Super League meal deal. Set number 1, a very dominant start here for NU. A collaborative effort coming from the side of Lamina, Maaya, Salazar, chipping in a few markers, Vanj Alinsug, of course. Meanwhile, for the side of LPU, some contributions that we saw earlier from Dolorito and De Guzman.
Well, a better performance here today, definitely by Dolorito, but we're still waiting for Jaja Tulang to step up here as a veteran for the side of LPU.
We finish that set 25-13 as we see our statistics.
We have 13 attacks coming from NU, 8 from LPU, 3 blocks from NU, 1 block from LPU, 3 aces from NU, and 1 ace from LPU. And the errors are not quite far with NU having only 3 and LPU with 6.
NU really out-attacking LPU in that first set. Different set of lineup for both squads. For NU, we have Bombita at the opposite side. But before that, this set is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. As we begin this set, Pono with the service ace.
Abigail Pono, known to be one of the good servers from NU. On that hit, she had a little help from the net.
Although this time, serve too strong. All tied up now at 1.
Seeing a different set of faces here for LPU and NU.
Good receive by Cepada. And Bombita gets a check off the blockers.
Good target off the hands of Gaurana by Lyceum. Used to be teammates with Gaurana during the high school division, Lyceum.
Another service error for NU.
Two service errors early on in this set, giving 2 free points to LPU.
Good receive by Cepada. Perfect pass. Free ball for the Lady Pirates. Taghoy. NU with a chase. Free ball for LPU. Escanlar with a block. Coverage is good for LPU. Jacob from the middle. Pipe attack by LPU. Taghoy chooses the open side, although that sails out.
Good aggression coming from the LPU, and also commend the defense of NU on that sequence.
Taghoy to Lumbang. Lumbang covering her own hit. No follow-ups there.
Strong blocking by De La Peña, one of the few young guns of NU.
This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Taghoy to Lumbang. Pono chooses Escanlar. What a hit from LPU, but great pickup by NU. Oh, no follow-ups.
Good attack coming from Lyceum in the back row. Lyceum keeps on improving all throughout the tournament since the last stint that they had.
Faulty reception for the Lady Pirates. Free ball for the Lady Bulldogs. Escanlar. Mediavilla. Pono chooses Escanlar again. Goes for that power tip. And great net presence coming from NU in that last sequence.
Good timing by Bombita and De La Peña on that net defense. And I could see that Abigail Pono is now mixing things up in terms of attack, going from backline to the front row.
Over receive there. Violation called. Double touch. So 3 point for NU.
NU getting 3 points here from LPU.
Taghoy to Lumbang. Taghoy again. Picks Mediavilla. Lumbang drop ball. Escanlar will try. Ooh, and the lack of court awareness on that last sequence.
LPU wasn't expecting that tip-off from the net. Kasi tumama dun sa tape ng net yung palo ni Escanlar, giving it a lucky shot.
First technical timeout, score is 8-2 in favor of NU.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Back from that second technical timeout, NU with a 6-point lead. Make that 7 after a service ace.
And you capitalizing on the strength in service, causing that confusion. But it was mostly a miscommunication on the side of LPU.
Taghoy to Mediavilla. Lumbang has to send that one over. Escanlar. Bombita from the opposite gets a check.
Bombita doing her signature move.
That forces the hands of Coach Cromwell Garcia. Let's listen in.
Ito na pagpabilis ang play nyo. Pag nagkaroon kayo ng chance ang umatake, atakihin nyo. Naintindihan? May mga option naman kayo kung saan nyo papaluin. Merong advantage. Nakukuha. Tingin muna, ritmo, tapos yung block natin. Go, 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 go.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now. 8-point lead so far for National University.
Coach Cromwell looking for intervention here, and kulang nga sila sa aggressiveness dito sa second set. You can't really see in LPU na gusto nila patayin yung bola talaga once they have it. Nine-point lead here by NU. And the ones playing on the side of NU are the younger generation compared to the first lineup a while ago in the first set. Some misset there.
Let's now hear from Fiona Bacani on the sidelines.
In one of the last games that the seniors in this LPU team are playing, Hero Osada has mixed emotions about what's coming next. May takot man, may onting pressure at kaba na kami ng susunod na mag-lead. Gusto ko pa rin ipagpatuloy ang mga nasimulan na ng seniors, sabi nga niya. Recently back from a shoulder injury, she plays bit by bit, not just to win, but to honor the path that their ates has paved for them. She believes in the younger players and in the rebuilding process, and more than just skills, Hero wants to serve as an inspiration to her teammates. She wants them to know that they are never alone and that she's always there to help win not just the physical battles, but also the ones in the mind. Back to you, Kayla and Jelena.
Hiromi Osada, one of the veterans and one of the old seniors, rather, for LPU, while leading her team and doing whatever they can to keep at par here with a very dominant NU.
Of course, when you have seniors graduating, there's always that big shoe to fill with those expectations coming from not only the coaches but as well from your teammates.
That's a lucky point though, coming from Mylas with the help of the net. 9-point lead again, or still rather, for the NU Lady Bulldogs. On deck to serve, we have setter Gwyneth. Sorry, that was Media Villa, outside hitter. And that's a service ace coming from her.
Good target in between of Dailisan and Escanlar with that service. You could see here that even if Sipada went after the ball,
that fell right on the line. Same target at the back row of NU. Missed contact by Escanlar, but a touch on the defense of LPU.
good target as well for Escanlar, seeing that there was that chance for a check ball if she goes longer.
Good serve by Escanlar. Good dig by Sipada. Taghoy underhand set. And LPU gets that point.
Good down the line target by the Lady Pirates.
This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Mylas also contributing here for LPU. We saw her check into serve in that first set and now starting in this second set.
Good target by Denday Lisan in the middle of the court of the Lady Pirates and causing confusion in the defense.
Taghoy to the middle. Escanlar from the back. Lumbang with a drop ball, and what a hit, or what a decision coming from Sara Lumbang. Seeing that empty zone on the side of NU, this cool play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
Sara Lumbang seeing that chance that De La Peña was a little bit late coming from her service.
Underhand set to Dailisan. No check there.
Dailisan looking for a different way to score here. But good for LPU, giving that free chance.
Free ball for LPU. Pono chooses Dailisan. Great blocking coming from Lumbang.
That was a good blocking coming from Lumbang and Gaurana.
This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
Very familiar blockings by Lumbang and Gaurana since they have been teammates before with Dailisan in the high school division.
Point is awarded to LPU.
There would be a net violation called on Jacob.
Lead now down to 5 here in the second set. Jacob with a soft touch.
I don't think that was really her intention, but still, it's a good point for NU, setting it in the middle of the defense of LPU.
Second technical timeout. Score is 16-10 in favor of NU.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
This Shakey Super Fans of the Game is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. Our volleyball fans still in attendance here at the Rizal Memorial for our last match of today's triple header Friday. That's the National University Lady Bulldogs up against the LPU Lady Pirates. NU taking set number 1. Meanwhile, here at set number 2, a point from Dailisan,
causing that pinball effect between Gaurana and Lumbang.
7-point lead for the defending champions. What a block coming from Jacob.
Good blocking, and you could see how her hands intercepted the ball already.
This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
Talatapon natin, yung coverage, kailangan nagre-react kung matake tayo eh. Pero advantage mo nasaan? Sa kanila. Diba? Kung pwede mo, kaya mo itapon sa opposite setting. Okay, gets? Yung block natin, okay, yung priority natin to block nasaan? Okay, tsaka yung timing. Okay, kailangan nagbibilang. Oh, one pass ulit. Okay, one stop, one stop.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Coach Cromwell trying a new strategy here with opposite setting to be executed by the playmaker of LPU. So opposite setting happens when Taghoy would be on the open area but would set it to the opposite side of the court and vice versa.
Dolorito checking back in the ball game. Let's see if she can be the spark plug for LPU. But Bombita, just too much for LPU.
Bombita hammering powerful attacks into the court of LPU and targeting that end line.
We are back to a 9-point lead, 19-10. Although too strong of a serve from Abby Pono.
Second service error by Abe Pono. A chance for LPU here to probably turn things around.
Back-to-back service errors from each team as De Guzman checks back in for Ella May Maylas. Dailisan with the serve. Perfect pass here for the Lady Pirates. Lumbang gets a check.
Good angle by Lumbang. Seeing that she only had one blocker. Deceiving Jacob in the middle. That was a good play overall.
Pono to Escanlar. Almost miscommunication, but good choice by De Guzman. Dolorito gets through the hands of those blockers.
Good hit by Dolorito, powering through Jacob and Bombita.
That play was brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart. Our way, our rules. Download the app now. Pono back set to Bombita. Lumbang from the opposite, but denied at the net by Jacob and Escanlar.
Good blocking by Jacob and Escanlar.
This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
You could see the reach of Jeneline Jacob. It intercepted the ball even if before pa siyang pumasok sa court ng NU.
Although that serve goes out.
Some service errors here. by NU.
Substitutions again for LPU. Starting setter Galedo on deck to serve, and veteran Jaja Tulang back in as opposite.
A full reinforcement for the side of LPU.
Osada still there in the middle. Pono to Bombita. No blockers on the side of LPU.
Good hit by Bombita, soaring over the blockers. Or should I say, no one was there.
This cool play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
Hard read for LPU since Abigail Pono has been mixing things up on their end.
Galedo to Osada. That one sails out. No touch.
Looking for a check ball. Kate De La Peña says there's none.
Quite a number of service errors from both squads in this second set.
Tasha Bombita's throw was a little bit low for her.
And Jonah Dolorito also throws a serve away.
Dolorito still can't get the rhythm of her game since their last match against EAC.
NU now at set point. Ooh, and a miscommunication there.
Service ace for Myrtle Escanlar. You gotta love the aggressiveness in that hit in their service. Walang takot.
What a way to end this second set. Myrtle Escanlar with a service ace. And that is enough to bag this second set. 25-15 in favor of NU.
The fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. To the break of dawn, fun is never done. Let's all party. Shakey's fun goes on and on. Hero to hero, what a ride. With each new decade, a fun new side. Still serving smiles on every plate. 50 great years, let's celebrate. Shakey's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shakey's got it going on. We still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's creamy spinach pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Unli projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Cheer for your team while enjoying your Shakey's favorites with the Super League meal deal, now available in 3 types: SSL 1099, SSL Classic, and SSL Gold. Whether you're craving pizza, chicken, mojos, or pasta, there's a bundle for every appetite. You also get to support your favorite team because for every order, 50 pesos goes to your chosen SSL participating school. Whether you're courtside or couchside, enjoy the action with the Super League meal deal. Set number 2, still very dominant here, are the NU Lady Bulldogs. This time we saw Jacob, Escanlar, Pono as the playmaker for NU. And meanwhile, on the side of LPU, Dolorito checking back in. Osada there spearheading that net defense up front.
We saw full reinforcement on the latter part of the set from LPU, but still a no good go because the score here is 25-15. But they did a better job compared to the previous set, having 11 attacks coming from NU, 6 from LPU, 4 blocks from NU, 1 block from LPU, 4 aces from NU, and 1 ace from LPU. And the errors ngayon, mas malapit na with NU having 7 while LPU having 6.
NU dominating all departments there, whether that's the service line, blocking department, and even the attacks. Set number 3. This set is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's.
Strong, powerful hit to start off this set from Vangeline Sug. You could see that she corners that area.
Lamina on deck to serve. So our starting lineup back in the court for NU. Lamina as playmaker. Alinsug, Mata, and Salazar up front. Marsh.
Alberto was looking for a check ball on that hit, but it was too high for the blockers of NU to check.
Good pancake save from De Guzman. Hardio sets up Alinsug. Good defense by LPU. Dolorito gets a check.
Good check ball by Dolorito off the hands of Mata.
This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
Was a difficult set to pull off.
Perfect pass by Hardio, and Mata delivers.
Quick attack, zero tempo by Alexa Mata from the middle, and good setup by Lamina.
This cool play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. That Mata-Lamina connection has been established and has improved also over the past few seasons. De Guzman, Alinsug with a pickup. Marsh finds the line.
Good orchestrating by Lamina. Stays composed and sets a good one to Marsh. Seeing that gap between the two blockers and just hitting that sweet spot at the end of the court of LPU.
Service error naman para kay Alinsug.
Alinsug was a little bit hesitant on that throw.
Alberto on deck to serve. Mata rather gets a point.
Alexa Mata still contributing good points for NU even here with a back quick. Well, LPU has been accustomed to her hits in the middle, you know, with just A plays, but then Lamina mixes it up with a back quick.
Galedo to De Guzman. Mata's faulty set. Point awarded to LPU.
That play sent Coach Carl de Maculangan to scratch his head. It's a little bit off in the communication in that transition.
Better passing from Marsh. Good block by Cruz there, but coverage on the side of NU. But Salazar capitalizes on that set.
Good seeping through by Salazar. She saw that there was an area, a vacant area in between the antenna and the hands of the open spiker of LPU. And of course, she capitalizes that De Guzman is in front. Not a fairly tall player. So you could... And a service ace by Salazar.
So far, Chamaaya and Bombita teaming up for 12 points. They both have 6 points each. Make that 7 for Maaya.
Good target by Maaya. Jaja Tulang wasn't ready for that attack coming from the middle.
That play was brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart. Our way, our rules. Download the app now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Back from that first technical timeout. Score is 8-3. Lamina sets up Alinsug. That one sails out.
That set was too low for Alinsug. Or she wasn't quite ready with that transition.
Again, so far, collaborative effort on the side of NU. That's credits as well to Hardio and Lamina. Ooh, what a hit by Marsh, but great defense by LPU's libero Banyares. And a block point here from Cruz and Galedo.
Good effort coming from the Lady Pirates on that blocking sequence. Trying to block off Marsh there. You could see that she wanted to actually get a check ball.
Alinsug to Marsh. She'll have to send that one over. 1-2 play. Crafty play coming from playmaker Galedo.
No one was expecting that one.
This cool play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
Coming off aggressive play by NU just to be shut down with that soft and well thought of play.
Not the type of points or errors that you want to be making here if you're LPU.
But they're doing a much more better job compared to the first and second set here.
Yes, NU only with a 3-point lead. Lamina to Maaya. No touch there as called by our referees.
Looking for a check ball. I actually thought there was a check ball hitting De Guzman's arm.
Cruz with the serve. Although she throws that one away.
If you're LPU right now, you can't afford any more errors if you want to stay near the score of NU.
String of errors that we're seeing coming from both teams.
Samaaya with a hard contact on that ball, sending it outside. And if I were NU, I would play much more aggressive here. Kasi medyo nawalan sila ng energy in this set.
A slower start as compared to what we saw in the first 2 sets. Salazar though, but ball still alive. Great save by Dolorito. Hardio sets up Alinsug. And the lucky break. Whoop. That one goes out.
Just a small space in between the line and the ball hitting the green area.
LPU only down by 1 in this 3rd set. Free ball here for LPU. That was a low set for Tulang.
That was already a chance for LPU given the free ball by Celine Marsh on that reception.
Fiona on the sidelines has a story for us. Let's hear from her.
After suffering a shin fracture that took her out of volleyball for a while, Alexa Mata almost walked away from the sport. Following this, she had a lot of doubts. Naisip ko, gagaling ba ako? Makabalik ba agad ako? At kaya ko ba sumabay? Sabi niya. The pressure was real but quitting wasn't the final answer. Tinatagan ko loob ko. Di nawala ang pagiging competitive ko kaya kahit tuloy-tuloy yung teammates ko, sinabi ko sa sarili ko na wag ako masyadong mag-doubt. This only made Alexa stronger both physically and mentally. With a renewed mindset, she continues to go all out for NU because for her, there is nothing to lose. From injury to recovery, Alexa Mata is proving that resilience, confidence, and smart play are key to bouncing back and thriving. Back to you, Kayla and Jelena.
Well, Alexa Mata has been consistent here for National University in the whole season so far of the Shakey Super League. She was even our best player of the game last match. And so far, doing a great job as well in today's match versus LPU.
Well, definitely coming off an injury is one of the mentally challenging things an athlete could face. And seeing that she has developed into a different character from what she was before now, we're seeing today is very much heartwarming.
But a block point for LPU.
NU struggling here to do some points with the defensive block of LPU.
This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Perfect pass by Alinsug. Mata with a soft touch.
That's Mata finally ending the bleeding of NU. Intervention done by Alinsug. Reminders probably.
Jump serve by Alinsug. Tulang gets a check off those hands.
Jaja Tulang finally stepping in for LPU.
This cool play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
We're looking for more from Jaja Tulang since she's one of the veteran and Pascual is out of the picture in today's game. And Dolorito hasn't really showed up much as well.
Good receive by Hardio. One man blocked there by Tulang. Salazar from the opposite. There was a check.
Good check ball by Salazar. She's one of the aggressive players of NU. And as you can see in this rotation, it's almost the spikers and the blockers almost have the same height.
Good serve. De Guzman also gets a check off those hands.
Guzman powering through the hands of Salazar.
This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
Doing a better job now is LPU. Just 1 point down from NU.
LPU able to convert more here in this third set, whether that's offense and or their defense as well. But Chamcha Maaya, again, doing a great job manning the net.
Being aggressive in front of the net there.
Salazar throws that one away.
Salazar with a service error. And you can't gain a long or a lengthy momentum here because of their errors.
Lamina to Marsh. Good pick up there by Banyares. But an attack error, LPU unable to finish.
Good defense by LPU, but better execution by Marsh there on that sequence.
Second technical timeout, score is 16-14 in favor of NU.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
This fun family pizza of the day is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. What a way to spend your almost weekend here with us at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. That was actually the family of Jonah Dolorito in attendance here, supporting Jonah Dolorito, of course.
And just like that, she goes to show a good execution there. And now a 4-2 substitution for the side of NU.
Pono chooses Bombita. Point is awarded to NU.
Check ball will be called off the hands of the open spiker. But Coach Cromwell thought he saw otherwise.
Point will remain.
They said one of the tests to know if that there's a check ball in the antenna, or in the net rather, and the hand, is when the ball falls off the floor immediately. It means that it only hit the tape of the net. But when it bounces back a little bit farther from the net, that's when there's a check ball.
Tulang breaks down those walls.
Aggressive spike by Tulang. You could see that she poured her all into that attack, checking it off the arms of Alinsug.
We are now all tied up at 16. This is the highest scoring set for LPU so far. Earlier in the first set, we had 13, and another monster block coming from Alberto.
Blocking by Alberto is on point at this time. And
this block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
Vanji says that set was a little bit too low for her.
Pono sets up Bombita. And Bombita with the response right away.
Powerful hit by Bombita. The blockers were actually near each other.
This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Subs coming back in. Salazar and Lamina. Tight set we're having here, 18-17. Short serve for Lamina. Salazar goes cross court.
Fast thinking and good conversion there by Lamina to Salazar. Wasn't easy to pull off since she came from the service line and had to rush into the front line area for her to set that to Salazar.
Timeout called by Coach Crom. This isn't in.
Rito, galing dyan. Tapos ikaw, di ba, ito ka. Pag nag-switch na yun dyan, ito, makita mo malilate, ikaw na rito. May replacement ka na, papayaan mo na siya umabot dyan. Or kung hindi ito aabot, drop ball na to dito. Okay, guys? Tapos yung block natin, hinahabol natin, mapunta rito. Okay, balikan tayo, dito pa ibang block eh.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
A lot of corrections by Coach Cromwell on the defense of the Lady Pirates. So they're showing a really good performance here in the third set, even tying up things a while ago with NU at 16. But they just need a little bit more of a push here.
Dolorito from the opposite. Lamina chooses Alinsug. Goes off the block.
Good angle by Alinsug, checking it off the hands of the blockers of the Lady Pirates and in the hands of Alberto.
Dolorito from the opposite. Alinsug to attack. And she gets a point.
Powerful attack by Alinsug, targeting that end line of LPU. You could see here that the defense of their setter wasn't ready.
Yung receive natin, i-up lang. Sakto naman eh, ayaw lang natin patasin, huwag natin pabilisin. Pabayaan nyo yung center mag-decide. Nakukuha. Isa dun. Okay, dito na to. Tapos yan. Pag nagsipas, high ball.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Coach Cromwell reminding the spikers that they don't have a say kung ano yung set sa kanila. And they really have to adjust kung ano yung mabibigay sa kanilang set.
Almost end game here for NU at 21-17. Ball still alive. Good save by the Lady Pirates. Lamina to Alinsug. Blocking on point here for LPU. Tulang touches the net.
Tulang wasn't ready to recover that ball and just sent herself plummeting to the side of the Lady Bulldogs court.
Galedo to the middle. And Alberto is able to convert.
Good attack by Alberto. Mata wasn't on the right position, in the right position on that blocking.
Jonah Dolorito now at the back row. Serve goes out.
Costly error for Dolorito. Giving a chance to NU. making their score 23, leading by 5.
Jump serve by Alinsug. Good pass by Dolorito. Single block by Marsh. Good decision making coming from De Guzman.
Good tip by De Guzman, seeing that confusion between Lamina and Mata. But I think Mata should have gotten that ball so that Lamina could set it.
My last coming in. Same strategy we're seeing as that second set. My last checking in. The serve, although that one does not go over.
Costly service error from my last, and let's see how things will play out. They will play in favor of NU in this match point.
That puts NU at match point. Faulty receive from LPU. Tulang gives up a free ball. Lamina, tight set to Marsh. Free ball given up here to LPU. De Guzman with a drop. No follow-ups there on that Lamina save.
Good attempt by Lamina, and a better idea coming from De Guzman to put that on behind Maaya.
And NU still at set point, match point rather. Salazar. Good blocking by LPU. Marsh will try. Ball still in play. Free ball for LPU. And LPU saves another point.
2 match points saved by LPU. And a good performance there by Cruz. One-on-one with Maaya.
Close set we're seeing here from LPU and NU. Salazar cross court. That does the job for the National University Lady Bulldogs, winning this match in 3 straight sets.
Ending the set with that powerful hit coming from Salazar. You could really see the intention on that hit right there, that she wanted this game to end already and give that win to NU.
NU advances to our next round. They are still undefeated here in the Shakey Super League, while LPU still did their best in today's matchup versus the defending champions. Collaborative effort coming from the Lady Bulldogs. You have scoring that's really spread out amongst all their spikers.
And a better improvement for LPU all throughout those sets. In the latter part, in the 3rd set, they really gave NU a hard time in securing that win.
And Salazar making sure she gets that point to end the match and win in 3 straight sets. Congratulations to the NU Lady Bulldogs on a 3 straight set win, 25-13, 25-15, and 25-21.
With each new decade, a fun new size. Still serving smiles on every plate. 50 great years, let's celebrate. Shakey's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shakey's got it going on. We still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's creamy spinach pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Final score is 25-13, 25-15, and 25-21, all in favor of our defending champions, the National University Lady Bulldogs. This MVP of the match is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. Jelena, who is our MVP of the match?
Our MVP of the match orchestrated the playmaking with finesse and, of course, composure, none other than veteran setter Camila Lamina.
Well, let's now hear from Camila Lamina with Fiona on the sidelines.
Ayan, so kasama nga po natin ngayon ang ating MVP of the match, none other than Lams Lamina. Lams, congratulations! Now I know ikaw na lang natitirang senior dito sa team. Ano naman masasabi mo sa performance ng team, lalo na't marami kayong rookies at new players?
Ako po, first of all, I'm very happy kasi panalo po kami sa game na to. And second is, natutuwa ako kasi yung mga bata napapasunod namin o nagaguide din namin. And ayun, happy ako kasi maganda yung performance nila.
And speaking of your performance, Lams, as the defending champions naman, gaano kahalaga itong undefeated streak nyo sa first round heading into the next round, the eliminations?
Siguro sobrang halaga nitong pagkapanalo namin kasi parang preparation na din to sa second round. And marami pa kaming dapat i-improve at hindi kami titigil sa ginagawa namin. Ayun lamang.
Ngayon naman, Lams, meron ka bang gustong batiin ng mga nanonood sa'yo, friends, family, supporters?
Ayun po, unang-una sa lahat, binabati ko po yung NU fans, yung mama at papa ko na nanonood. Maraming salamat po sa suporta nyo. Salamat.
And Lams, dahil ikaw ang ating MVP of the match, syempre may pa-gift sa iyo ang Shakey. So, congratulations once again to Lams. And of course, to the rest of the NU Lady Bulldogs. The streak is undefeated. Now let's see what more they can do in this upcoming second round. So that's all from us over here. Back to you, Kayla and Jelena.
Thank you again, and congratulations to our MVP of the match, Lams Lamina. Let's now check out our Smart Powered Up plays brought to you by Smart's Only 5G. Stay connected for only 85 pesos for 3 days. Load now through the Smart app. Set number 1, a collaborative effort and a very dominant set here by NU. Of course, our MVP of the match, orchestrating the offense. We have balanced scoring between Maaya, Salazar, chipping in a few markers, Vange, Alinsug, and Celine Marsh adding and contributing in that first set as well. Moving on to our second set.
On our second set, we saw a different set of faces here in the face of Dailisan, Jacob de la Peña. Of course, our libero, Icy Cepada, and their playmaker, Abe Pono, trying to continue what the first set players did as an impact on their team. And of course, LPU did a lot of good defense here with late reinforcements coming into the end part of the set. And lastly, in the third set, it was a different story because LPU played a better job here in terms of offense and defense. While NU was still dominant all throughout the sets, they had their fair shares of setbacks in terms of errors, especially in the service lines, and as well as miscommunications in terms of the second ball.
That was the best set that LPU played, reaching 21. Our final score is 25-13, 25-15, 25-21. NU with a 3 straight set win, a dominant win, and a great way to come into our second round. Let's now take a look at our match statistics.
NU had 39 attack points, LPU had 25, 7 blocks from NU, 5 from LPU, 8 aces from NU, 2 from LPU, and the errors are not so far off with NU having 17 and LPU having 21.
Well, round 2 begins tomorrow. Let's take a look at our updated schedule for 12 noon. We have Adamson versus NU at 2 p.m. CSB naman versus San Beda University. And for our last match, we have UST versus FEU, still here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Again, this has been Kayla Reyes with Jelena Lucenio and Fiona Bacani. We'll see you tomorrow for some more volleyball.